All right, guys, welcome into the Wake Up Sports Podcast, episode number 19, guys. 19. We're almost to 20. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody for being here tonight. Pete Sports Desk, Mullet Man, that guy Josh, and our special guest, the Atlanta Falcons biased fan on TikTok, Mr. Jordan Phillips. We've had his dad on the show, Mr. Jermaine Phillips, before, so shout out to Jordan because tonight we're going to do our NFC predictions, early predictions of what we think the NFC South is going to look like. Shout out to our sponsors for providing the show to you guys on a weekly basis. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. We appreciate them for giving us the shout out. Any matching deposit up to $100, you can use any one of our names here for your first matching deposit up to $100. Also, shout out to Funko Pops for being an official sponsor of the show. You guys can go get any one of our goofy faces as a little miniature figurine for $20 on sale. The sale ends the end of this month. The sale ends at the end of this month, so make sure you guys get yours. All right, Pete, what's up? So what you got for us in the
What's up, guys? What's up? So the first story I got, you're going to be happy about this, but we're going to see if other teams follow suit. Vince Carter is getting his jersey retired by the Nets, number 15.
Oh,
That's
Vince
the first team to retire jersey, not the Raptors.
Raptors have not announced yet. It's only the Nets.
That's messed up.
Yep. So second story I got, the biggest F1 racer, Lewis Hamilton, is leaving Mercedes and he's going to Ferrari. The biggest F1 racer, possibly in F1 right now, is leaving Mercedes and is going to Ferrari. And Mercedes is basically going to be not that good of a team anymore without Lewis. This third story kind of shocked me, but I kind of laughed about it. Xavier Worthy got his car stolen this morning from his apartment.
I saw that.
So he can't catch a football and he can't catch any fucking theft or grand theft
you might,
in his car.
you might want to chill out
Try
because he'll
to
come
tell you,
after you.
bro. I thought you ran a 4.2, and he still can't catch a thief stealing his car. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Well, what's 4.2 speed got to do with anything if you're sleeping?
That's facts.
If you're sleeping, 4.2 speed doesn't help you.
So, have you guys seen the article today that just came out of the top 10 most richest athletes from Forbes? Have you guys seen it?
No, I didn't.
So
I'm hearing of it.
So number one is pretty usual. CR7 Cristiano Ronaldo with 260 million. Two is a golfer, Rahman. I can't remember his last name, but he's worth 260 million. And then from there, Messi's number 3 with 212. And then it goes LeBron. So LeBron is basically the most popular and the most expensive NBA player. And guys, the rest of the list you guys can go see on Forbes.
All right.
Check that out.
Mm-hmm. The fourth story I have is Michael Brockers, former D tackle for the Rams and Lions, has officially retired, which is kind of crazy. Now, this is kind of a hot take, but do you guys think he's a Hall of Fame worthy or not? I think he's not.
Nah.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes to the Hall of Fame,
Nobody on the Lions roster right now that's Hall of Fame worthy. Not one.
Okay. And that's it for the Wild World of Sports. So let's get into these main topics.
Alrighty. Well, let's get into it, guys. The main topic of tonight, the NFC South predictions. We've got the Bucks, the Saints, the Panthers, and the one and only Atlanta Falcons, who went fucking bananas in free agency this year. Where do we think they're going to end up? Let's start with our Atlanta Falcon guy, the guest on the show, Mr. Jordan. Where do you think your Atlanta Falcons are going to be? And don't be biased.
Yeah.
I think we end up at the top of the division. I think we get 10-7, 11-6, top of the division.
Even with the schedule you guys have and Kirk Cousins coming off that injury, you guys still think you can win 10, 11 games?
Yeah, I think we still win 10, 11 games at this. Because our first 3 to 5 games is something, and after that it dies off. So after the first couple weeks of the season, our schedule really dies off till division games. I think the Bucks will be second.
Who do you think is going to be in first place in the division?
What do I think?
No, Josh.
Oh,
Doing my research, I gotta go with the Bucks. They got the complete team. I feel like at this moment in time.
Record prediction?
I say 11. I think 11-6.
All right. What about you, Mo, man?
it's Bucks.
Non-biased, sir.
Non-biased. It's Bucks all the way. Either way, non-biased or biased, it's Bucks all the way. Us going 10-7.
Okay. Pete, who you got?
For first in the division, I got Tampa.
Oh, so you 3 guys, the main core guys, all have Tampa. I, on the other fact, have Atlanta. I think Atlanta is going to win the division. I think I was the only one that was predicting Kirk Cousins to land in Atlanta all off season. I kept telling you guys that it was going to happen. It happened. But I do think that they struggle. I think they struggle. I think they're going to end up going, 9-8, 10-7, something like that. I think that they're going to be somewhere in that margin. So, but I do think that they win that division. Jordan, who you got second? Who you got second in that division?
I got Bucks second, a game behind Atlanta at 10-7, 9-8.
So real close. Okay.
Real close.
Josh?
I'm not gonna say y'all getting 8 games. I think it's gonna be a close matchup.
You know your dad pissed off.
My dad knows that I present the Falcons to win it. I told him.
I got Atlanta going 10-7 for second place in the division.
So another 1 game behind. All right. What about you, Mo, man?
It's Atlanta at 10-7. They're gonna tie with us, but we're gonna take the head-to-head.
Oh,
We're both getting in. We're both getting in the playoffs. No one's denying that.
2 teams from the NFC South getting in the playoffs. I like that. What about you, Pete?
I also have Atlanta. I'm basically going with Josh with that because listen, just by your guys' first 4 games, I could see you guys going 0-4 because you guys have the Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs, and then and then with the Saints, listen, it's always those divisional games, and you guys always split.
I have us going 3-2 in our first 5.
So you guys have them beating the Steelers and the Saints.
Steelers, Saints, Bucks.
I don't.
I bet. My second place team is the New Orleans Aints. I got the Aints coming in second place. I got them finishing 8. I think that they're gonna have a decent season. They still have Derek Carr quarterback, but I think the Saints are going to take second place. You got third place.
I would say I got the Saints in third at 8 and 9.
Okay, so you got the NFC South basically winning a lot of football games this year.
I say NFC South does have a pretty easy schedule this year, besides AFC West.
Man, that's a tough division. We've struggled against them in the past few years. So, who you got, Josh?
Y'all gonna laugh at this one, but it's true. I think it's gonna happen this year. The Panthers are gonna be better than the Saints. They'll be 7-10.
Whoa.
I would say I debated that as well. I was putting Saints and Panthers right there.
7 games this year. All right.
I think the Saints get one more win than the Panthers do.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why. Bryce Young. Normally, you see it if a quarterback struggles in his first year, if his team improves around him his second year, he'll improve. So I think he improves. He got a few pieces on the offensive line now.
A lot of crazy stuff I said last year that came true. So maybe we got another one on here. Maybe
we got a repeat.
Maybe.
We got a repeat. All right, Mo, man. Who you got sitting in third place in that NFC South division?
I got the Panthers at 8 and 9 and third. I think they can do it, honestly, with the team that they just built in this offseason and everything through the draft. I think it's an 8 and 9 team right there.
Y'all are on this Carolina Panther bandwagon right now. All right. I like it. Pete, who you got sitting in third place?
Just by looking at this Saints schedule and looking at the Panthers schedule, this is gonna sound crazy, but
you too?
it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tie for third in the division, but I think the Panthers actually pull it out.
Oh my
Because listen.
I'm so glad this is recorded. Oh my gosh.
Listen, I haven't had any time to do any research, so I'm literally doing this on the fly. I'm literally doing one in this. So personally, if I had more if I didn't have to do so much stuff before this, I would have had time.
All week, man. We're only on 2 nights a week.
True.
You got all week. You got 5 days.
True. It's my bad.
Listen, check on Saturdays and do your research.
Listen, I just have to say this. Next episode, I'll be a lot more prepared. But
Good. But you got so basically everybody except for Jordan has Carolina being in third place. I have Tampa Bay going 7-10, finishing in third place in that division. I think it's going to be very close. But with Tampa, with losing all the key players that they did this offseason, Devin White going to the Eagles, Mike Evans coming back, old man Mike Evans, Chris Godwin with his injuries, Baker Mayfield I think is going to turn into the next Geno Smith. He's going to have a bad fucking season, and I'm a Bucs fan, so I just see 7-10.
You're gonna prove you wrong.
And then I got Panthers at last. I have Panthers last at 7-10, 6-11. Got the new offensive coordinator going in. You still got you got weapons, but they need to get used to that new offensive coordinator system and everything. I feel like
y'all crazy as fuck. Y'all crazy. Y'all forgetting the same defense is fucking nasty, but it's all right. Who you got, Josh? Last place in the division.
You better call me crazy for this one, but I got the Saints going 4-12.
4-12. Start. It would actually be 4-13.
I haven't done this in a while, but
it'll be 4-13.
Because let's see, I think Derek Carr he struggled again, and I think Spencer Rattler gets put in the season, and that he ends up winning them 2 more games. So they each win 2.
You think Derek Carr only wins 2 games?
All right, Mo, man.
Well, obviously, the last team on the board for me is the New Orleans Saints. Okay, they can go screw themselves. They're going 5-12, and Derek Carr. I don't wish no injuries, but I think Derek Carr gets hurt at the middle of the season, and then Rattler just comes in and finishes the season.
I say Rattler is showing promise in camp, from what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've reports out of. And also, I have the Saints not doing so hot because it's like
I figured you might switch it up. You stuck with it. All 3 of y'all stuck with it. What happened to my core 4? What the fuck's going on?
Listen, I'm sorry, but I think the Panthers and Saints will be battling for the worst team in the NFL. I know it's
worst team in the NFL
with 7 wins, the worst team in the NFL. That's crazy.
Or no, sorry,
the worst team in the division.
Yes. So because I'm looking at the Panthers, and I can actually see them pulling out some wins, but the Saints' schedule is way harder. than the Panthers.
According to the people who made the schedule in ESPN rankings, Saints have the Falcons are tied with the easiest, and Panthers are a little bit harder.
Yeah, well, ESPN doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even personally after some takes that I've heard from ESPN, I don't even I just look at a story, then I go look at a completely different source because I don't even trust ESPN anymore.
Let's
Yeah,
I
put it
would
this
say
way.
every source that I've seen has the I think the Panthers have the third hardest, the second easiest schedule.
Let's just put it this way.
Draft pick before ESPN even fucking put it out, so we were ahead of them.
Let's just put it this way. If ESPN was doing good, they wouldn't be showing wiffle ball at 6 p.m. at night.
That's true.
But
Wait,
there's also not much else going on right now.
Peter, how many times did we break news on before ESPN did? We did that one time. It was like 35, 40 minutes before they even broke that news about Chandler Jones.
multiple
Well, you
times.
guys know who my last place contender is. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers, and they're going to go 5-12 this season. I do not believe in Bryce Young or anything they got going on out
I would say I think Bryce Young improves. I think he has good weapons around him. But it's
there.
still
Bro, Mac Jones outplayed him last year, and Mac Jones sat out. So
but also look at the Panthers offensive line last year.
So
Hey,
now that we got
just wait until we get to that division.
So let's see what's here.
I can't wait.
You mean to the AFC South?
I can't wait for the AFC South because I have some very shocking predictions.
I already got my layout for that.
I spoke with Perriman. He's going to join us for the AFC West. So he is going to join us at that episode.
On the AFC West side.
Bad.
What would we do if the Falcons went 3-0 in their first 3 games?
I mean, hold on. Let me check.
They would become the most overhyped team in football.
Well, think about this,
beat the
John.
Eagles, beat the Chiefs.
Shit fell right off like they did last year when they were leading the division the entire time. It fell right
Hold
off.
on. Let me take a look at your guys' schedule real quick, and I'll know if you guys
Our
are
first 3 games, if we win those first 3, that would be amazing.
Because I personally, our first 3 have Tampa going 2-1. Personally.
So now that we got
Jordan?
that out the way.
Jordan, well, let me just say this: your first 3 games.
I know. Like I said, what would happen if it happened? I know it's not going to.
I know it's possible, but I can actually see you guys going 0-3 the first 3.
I have our first 3. I have it going 1-2.
So here's a question for y'all. Now that we got who we think's gonna win the division, all that, who do you think is the breakout player of the year in the division? Who do you think is gonna be the quarterback of the year? Who do you think is gonna be the rookie of the year, and who is gonna be the defense and offense of the year?
Okay.
In the division.
So in the NFC breakout,
like out of that division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd say the best rookie out of the division is McMillan. And that's no bias, but McMillan is an extremely talented wide receiver out of Washington.
I think the best rookie would be Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I don't think he does nothing. I don't think he does good for New Orleans.
He's going to be back.
Actually, the best rookie I have is offensive lineman Talise Fuaga.
Isn't Kool-Aid backing up the Honey Badger?
He's starting. He's the second string cornerback.
Yeah, I would say they play different positions.
I thought they were moving him to safety. I guess I'm wrong.
Wow.
I would say I think Talise Fuaga would probably be the best rookie of that division.
Biased.
How's that bias?
The
Saints offensive lineman.
You know, if TJ Tampa was on our team, I would say he win the defense for our league. But you know, hey, you know what? Hey, listen. When Baltimore comes to town on Monday Night Football, they better get ready. We're gonna beat them, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Beating them.
I've been saying it since we drafted him. I think Braylon Trice is gonna be a defensive rookie in the division.
I think Chris Boswell takes it.
That's why I think it's going to be too. Braylon Trice, defensive rookie of the year for.
I got Derek Carr being the best quarterback in the division.
I got Kirk Cousins being the best quarterback because he is.
I gotta say it's Kirk.
Crazy. You guys were all off. Oh, he's injured. He's old. He's no good. Now you're all like,
Nah, hey, listen.
I've never bashed.
I think I I gotta say, I think it's gonna be Baker. It's not biased towards any other team. I just think Baker's gonna continue to improve on that season last year.
Yeah, it's definitely Baker. And I have him. These are my stats for him. I have him throwing for 4,300 yards this year, 36 touchdowns, and only 10 picks.
God,
Huh?
I didn't
That
have him going
is
for the.
insane. Are you not going to use Rashad White at all?
I had him
Huh?
going
No.
for like. I had him going for
I
like
think
35.
we're past Evie this year.
I had him go for like 3,500 yards, like 30 touchdowns, and like 30 touchdowns
Watch what I
and
tell
like
you. It's
12
gonna
picks.
happen.
I
how many
think
yards
that
did you have last season?
How many? 4,000 last season. I'm giving him an extra 300. It's doable.
I think Cousins has the most yards in the division with over 4,000. I think he gets under 25 touchdowns, around like 24 touchdowns, and like
Yeah, y'all forgetting about who Derek Carr got out there in New Orleans. Y'all forgetting all about
And
Chris Olave.
okay, listen. I get he has Chris Olave, but he also has Slint Boy Michael Thomas. Okay.
Actually, he doesn't right now. He's down the roster right now.
Yeah, Michael Thomas is still a free agent. That's
Oh, is
crazy.
he? Well, there you go.
Their number 2 receiver right now is A.T. Perry.
And A.T. Perry is actually really good, in my opinion.
I like A.T. Perry.
Same.
I think the Panthers are the only team in the division not to have a 6'4" or plus receiver.
Hey,
Okay.
they got Leggett. So
Who do you guys think will be the most improved player out of that division this year?
Bryce Young.
Okay.
Let's improve.
Michael Thomas.
If he plays in that division next year.
Yeah, if he plays in that division.
Yeah, if he plays.
I think he stays with New Orleans. I think he's going to come back with a better interim deal.
I actually have 2. Mine's either going to be Bijan Robinson, or this is going to shock you guys, Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts was mine too.
Also improved.
Kyle Pitts was mine too.
He's only got what 6 touchdowns in his total career playing in the league. He only played
I believe so.
1 year. His rookie season with Matt Ryan. So
yeah, he had Matt Ryan, Marcus Mariota, and then Ritter.
yeah, Marcus Mariota's not elite.
I would say those are the 3 quarterbacks he's played with. He played with a washed up Matt Ryan at the end of his lifespan.
Washed up Matt Ryan? Did you just say washed up Matt Ryan?
When
That's
Pitts was
crazy.
there and Matt Ryan was with him, yes, Matt Ryan was washed.
Wow.
2 years removed from an MVP?
Yeah, no, that was 2016 was his MVP year.
Yeah, 2019 was 2 years removed.
He started. That was 2020 when Pitts got drafted there. 2021.
I thought it was 2019.
Nah, Pitts got drafted.
Kyle
Pitts was
Trask
2020.
was still at Tampa a year before Tom got.
I would say
So-
Pitts got drafted in 2021.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No. Pitts was drafted. I'm pretty sure 2020 because that's
2020 was AJ. 2020 was AJ Terrell year.
Hold on. I'm literally about to. Jordan, I'm sorry, but no.
When
Hold on. Actually, no.
He played the 2019 SEC title game.
No. Jordan drive because Pitts did stay until 2020 because we went to the SEC title with Kyle Trask that year.
Oh yeah, it was Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts.
I would say
2020 draft, bro.
was the
Kyle Pitts didn't play in the bowl game.
But
Drafted.
he played in the SEC title game that year, 2020,
Drafted.
because we had Kyle Trask and Pitt.
21.
Yeah, he got
Because, yeah.
So
I'd say
5 years removed. 5 years
yeah, so
removed.
at that time he was washed. Matt Ryan was washed.
I don't think Matt Ryan is washed though. I mean, he still came in and almost took the Colts to the playoffs. So I don't think he's washed.
Yeah, but guess what? Almost doesn't count.
Matt Ryan gave up a 33-point lead at the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got for us? We're gonna talk about how Caitlin Clark looked like a freaking bum.
Yeah.
Oh,
20
Listen.
points, 10 turnovers in the
Listen.
loss.
Listen, she had a good first game, but the thing is that it like she wasn't fully used to the speed of the WNBA. So I think she's personally gonna she's gonna struggle her first like 3 games, and then she'll start to click, in my opinion. That's my opinion on that. But rookie of the year is going to be between her and Angel Reese.
Oh, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
For WNBA.
Yep, for WNBA. Yes.
I need to start watching that.
Dude, I sort of started watching it last year, but dude, this year it's actually the WNBA is gonna be good. Is gonna be good, especially starting now until especially when they get like Paige Beckers and that girl from USC.
I thought Paige Beckers was in the draft this year.
Nope.
No.
She
Next
stayed
year.
one more year. She stayed one more year.
I say, what are your guys' thoughts on the Harrison Butker situation and the petition to have him suspended?
We were going to discuss that. That was.
We were going to discuss
that here in a minute, but fuck it. Let's talk about it now. What did you guys think about his comments?
I really haven't been able to look into it. Somebody's gonna have to kind of tell me
I'll give you a little insight to it. So he was at a Catholic school giving a college speech, congratulating the seniors and graduation and all that. Basically bashed the LGBTQ community, bashed Joe Biden. Basically just wiped away that the Catholic Church wasn't really involved during COVID and called it a what's the word? Fugazi, almost a mockery. Made fun of COVID almost, like it was no big deal. Had a lot to say. If you haven't seen it, go watch it on YouTube.
I will.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whole speech. I've seen that.
But basically, he was saying that we don't do religion. We don't talk about religion on here. But basically, that Catholics and people that believe in a certain way should be the stern Christians. But from the Bible I've read and from what I see, it's supposed to be Jesus loves everybody. Not you're not supposed to condemn people. You're not supposed to judge. But he was judging a lot. So I don't know if I agree with anything he had to say. In my opinion, he's a fucking moron.
I also saw, I think the part that I've been seeing a lot of was more of the misogynistic comments that he's made during that speech.
Extremely misogynistic. I agree. But you can't claim to be a follower of Christ and hate people. That's just one thing I know.
Yeah.
I think I saw that there's a petition. I think over 140,000 have signed a petition to have him suspended or something.
So suspended? I would. This is me personally. I would ban him.
Suspended or removed from the Chiefs. I forgot which one it was.
I would ban him from the league.
But the thing is, he can come back and sue the league for freedom of speech because he was.
Yeah, but there's policies and stuff he has to follow being on an organization that has a code of conduct.
Yeah,
you got to look at the NFLPA agreement because there's stuff in there, and I'm pretty sure he violated some of that stuff.
When we close this episode tonight, make sure you go watch it. It's a 20-minute video. It takes a long time, but he gets right to it. As soon as he starts that speech, he's right into it, and it's nothing to play with.
I personally don't want to say anything because I will say some things that's going to upset a lot of people. That's why I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on this.
Listen, I support the LGBTQ community. I support everybody. I have no hate towards anybody, nor do I have any hate towards the Christian faith. But I don't agree with some of their morals, but it doesn't mean I hate them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So getting off that subject, how do you guys have you guys seen NCAA 25?
Yep.
I think it's gonna be glitched out like a motherfucker, to be honest.
So I'm probably gonna wait to get it.
I'm personally gonna buy the most expensive version because the most
So I heard
expensive
it comes
version
with Madden. Is that true? I
Yeah.
heard Mo
it
Van
comes
talk
with
about it.
Madden 25. It comes with NCAA. You get way more stuff than it basically says you get Madden, you get NCAA, you get 3 days early, you get like this money because I think they're adding Ultimate Team, and
So
it
basically,
also says more. Also, like it literally says more.
so basically, what you're getting for NCAA is you get the 4,600 college points. You're gonna get stuff for Ultimate Team. Like you get to pick one of 134 college players. So alma maters, all 134. You'll get to pick from. There's a Heisman thing if you pre-order before next month of the 27th. You'll get a Heisman pack. But you got to pre-order before the 27th of next month, and there's like so much
Yeah,
other stuff.
So when is the pre-order
I'm
available? Because I know I got to
Right
go ahead
now.
and pre-order our free copy that
Right
we're giving
now.
away.
It is right now.
Right
It's able
now?
to be
I thought
pre-ordered.
it was available July 15th or June 15th.
Pre-order is available right now. You can literally go
Yes, and I
pre-order right now.
go buy it right now, but it's $160. But I want to buy it
I
already.
gotta go up to GameStop then and go ahead and pre-order it so I have it on the next episode when it drops.
I
So we can
need
go ahead
more.
and give it away.
I need
We're gonna
money.
pick a name. We're gonna pick a name at random and give away a free copy of it. Which copy should we do? Should we do the Madden one or should we do the standard one? Which one do you guys want to do?
I would say the deluxe. I would say the deluxe.
Let's
Yeah.
advertise it a little bit on TikTok and let's see if we can't get up to. We need to have at least 30 people in that live
Okay.
to give away the top brand one.
Okay, bet.
30 people in the podcast episode that we give it away need to show up
All right, bet.
for free copy.
Bet.
We'll announce the winner that night because I'll get all the names of all those subscribers.
Bets. So, so one of the big stories that was actually dropped on my interest of sports was UFC 304, and let me just say, this card is in England. This card is in Manchester, England. But the thing is, there's a lot of backlash. There's a lot of backlash about that whole card. Because if you guys have been watching, I kind of brought it up in I think 2 episodes ago. Basically, they are starting the card at I think they're starting the card at 8:30 Eastern our time. So can you imagine what time that's starting in Manchester, England?
Oh yeah.
It's what?
That's starting at midnight.
That's like
That's starting at midnight.
That's not bad.
But Jordan, the first fight is starting at midnight.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know much about I don't know much about UFC and how that works.
So basically in UFC, there's early prelims, which is about 4 or 5 fights, and then there's prelims, and that has about 4 or 5 fights, and then you have the main card, which is about 4 or 5 fights. So basically, that card will be starting at 12 midnight their time, and it will not be finishing until 6 to 7 a.m. the next morning.
Podcast from outside, guys.
It better be on a weekend.
Yes, on a weekend.
Yeah, all I gotta say is when people say I don't have a bunch of land and property, it's all fucking behind me.
So
yeah, there it is.
Okay. So the first big announcement for that card that was announced was, hold on guys, I'm trying to pull it up on my iPad right now. Sorry guys for the misconvenience. Hold on, that's kind of so okay. First fight of the card. So this is
Hey,
basically
before you get started, Peter, shout out to Chad, by the way. Placed first place in the tournament. They got 5 rounds in a fishing tournament today. They caught 63 pounds of fish today. So shout out to them.
Holy crap!
congrats.
That is a lot of fish,
Yeah, it is.
So
I think they caught 7 pounds more than the second place team. So
and that is a big deal when it comes to fish. Because
so guys, only 4 fights have been set, and it's basically a main event until the first fight of the pay-per-view. So I'm going to start from the first fight from the pay-per-view and go to the main event. So basically, the first fight of the pay-per-view is Muhammad Makayev, who is 12-0, versus Emmanuel Cape, who's 19-6, and they absolutely despise each other. Like, they have been going back and forth on Twitter, literally bashing each other and literally talking about each other's family. So that that fight is gonna be fireworks right off the bat. Then the second fight of the card, we have Arnold Allen versus Gige Makate, and that's also going to be a banger fight. Now this third fight is going to be crazy because this fighter called out this other fighter in his last fight, and boss, you know who this is: Bobby Green versus Patty Pimblett. Basically, he called out Patty, and we'll see what happens with that fight. For the co-main event, we have the interim heavyweight champion, and personally, he's actually really, really, really pissed off because he actually thinks that he should have fought John Jones next. And personally, in my opinion, he should have fought John Jones next. Tom Aspinall versus a dude that he fought, but he had a freak injury and tore his ACL on a kick against Curtis Blades. And personally, I think Tom Aspinall is gonna get his revenge. And now for the main event, we have welterweight champion Leon Edwards fighting Chicago's very own Bilal Muhammad for the welterweight championship. And guys, that's what I got for UFC 304 so far. And we will go more in depth on it when the time comes. And this fight
it sounds like it's going to be a nice card, Peter. I like that, and a lot of good fights.
A lot of good fights, for sure.
Listen, I watched a movie last night, speaking of fighting. If you guys have not seen The Iron Claw on HBO, wow. Great wrestling movie. I didn't know that it was a true story until the end, so I was very impressed. But, let's get everybody's hot takes before we end the show. Jordan, give us a hot take.
I got something. I got something before we get into hot takes.
You got what?
We get into hot takes. I got something I want to bring. Takes.
Go ahead.
So the Houston Astros pitcher who threw the first no-hitter of the year, Ronaldo Blanco, has now been suspended for 10 games.
I did see that.
For using foreign substances on his glove.
Yep. Also,
I don't know.
He ain't trying, right? That's what Detroit would say, right?
Yep.
I don't know anything about basketball, but NBA draft's coming up. Hawks got #1 overall pick.
Yes, they did.
Yep. Ronnie James. Did you see Ronnie James' interview today talking about he wants to be a #1 overall pick? Boy, that boy crazy.
Wait, who?
Boy.
Bronny James. And there's rumors that the Hawks will take him to get LeBron. There's rumors that the Hawks take Bronny James to get LeBron.
I have I'm gonna let the special guest Mullet Man go because I have about 3 hot takes that I'm gonna do. So
I'm not the special guest.
So start with the special guest. What's your hot take in any sport?
I would say I'll do the one that I've been saying for a while. That Carson Beck will be a Heisman finalist and the first quarterback off the board.
In next year's draft?
Next year's draft, first quarterback off the board.
Ooh. Okay. What you got, Mo, man?
Ooh. I think Arizona's quarterback Noah Fifita wins the Heisman.
Is he their quarterback this year, or is he their backup?
He's a starter.
What you got, Pete?
So my hot takes right now. I'm saying it right now. Bye-bye Timberwolves. Bye-bye. Bye-bye Timberwolves. Nuggets are winning that. It's over. Second, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You had a great season. See you later. See you later. Because I just got to
It
say
looks
this.
like Pete's predictions are coming true. He had the Mavs and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. He
Yes,
did
I
have
did.
that.
Yes, I did.
Oh, that would be fun to see Luka versus Jokic.
Dude, that's my dream. So it's beautiful. The third is I know it's gonna sound crazy, but what's his face? John Jones is still trying to fight Stipe, which I think is really dumb.
Go,
Which
man. Go.
Beyond dumb. I still don't think he's the GOAT because with a lot of his off the field problems, or sorry, out of the cage problems. But I think if he fights Tom Aspinall, he's done. He is done. He will get destroyed. But I've been hearing a lot of speculation that he is basically going to retire after the Stipe fight. So those are my hot takes.
My hot take is Cody Rhodes loses his WWE Championship title to John Cena at the next pay-per-view.
So that would be.
I think John Cena is going to show up and cause mayhem here. I think he's going to cause some
after-
mayhem here in the next couple of weeks.
So you're saying in Saudi Arabia. So after the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, the next one in Saudi.
Yep. I think John Cena is going to show up and cause some issues.
I think
There's been
Cena
a lot
does
being
show-
said on Twitter. If you guys are paying attention to their Twitter accounts, a lot's being said between the two of them.
I think Cena
Really?
does show up, but I think he challenges Damian Priest and takes his title.
I can see that.
Maybe.
I don't see babyface against babyface.
No,
I don't see that.
unless they turn Cena heel.
Most
The one thing they said they would never do is turn John Cena heel. That was the one thing they said they would never do.
Well, listen, he technically was in his
a lot
career.
of-
He and he technically was heel in his career. If you think about it,
When?
Was
Dr.
he
Thugonomics.
the heel during the NXT time?
No,
he was a
Dr.
babyface.
Dr. Thugonomics.
His doctor of Thugonomics, he was a babyface.
I don't know how he acted. I think he was more heel.
I mean,
And,
All right, guys. Well, let's wrap this up. What we got? One more thing. What we got left?
Also, I just want to give you guys an update on the Nuggets and Timberwolves game right now, and it is 6-2 Denver with 9 minutes left in the first.
Yeah, it just started. We're good.
Well,
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off and go watch it. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right.
But hey, shout out to the sponsors. Go ahead.
Also, timeout at 9:01. Nuggets are up 9-2. Already
All
up
right, well,
9-2.
I'm getting off here to go watch the game. So, shout out to our sponsors. Thanks to Underdog Fantasy Bets for being a sponsor of the show. You guys can go double your money every time you use our name. For your first time signing up, you get a matching deposit up to $100. You can also go check out. You can get any one of us as a Funko Pop to add to your collection. Just go to FunkoPop.com and look up Wake Up Sports Podcast. You guys go check that out. Thank you, Jordan, for joining the show tonight. Now we've had father and son on the show. We appreciate you. Shout out
Now
to
we
Josh, wherever he dropped out to go be. Maybe go eat a cheeseburger or
now we
something.
just see us both on at the same time. Somehow we need to get that to happen.
Either that or a chicken fish sandwich.
he said he went to go pick a pizza up.
Of course he did.
Somehow
Of
we need
course
to
he
get
did.
father and son together at the same time.
Yeah, we need to get father and son on the show together.
I
definitely.
got one last
But all right,
closing
guys, we
remark.
appreciate you. Wake Up Sports Podcast. What?
All right.
I said I got one last closing remark.
What's
The,
up?
the Falcons are mid.
Oh, not as many as the Gators.
Hey,
So are the
we're
Florida
back this
Gators.
year.
Go
Hey, we're back this year. Just watch, we'll be back.
So 7 wins.
Back
is
to 6 and 7. All right.
No,
Shout out to
non-wins.
Wake Up.